Ellie here from the Dark Imp, helping parents reclaim family time by playing board games together. Now what's this, I hear you thinking? Well, this is something very special. It has a significance in the household. This is our games chest. It's not full of games, but it's full of things that we might want or need or like to have around when we're playing games. The purpose of the games chest is really, to create a ritual around game playing. It only comes out when we're playing games. It's special to that time. And the rest of the time, it's locked. So a game night might begin with a hunt for the key. This is ours. Sometimes we do a little treasure hunt around the house. If I'm feeling particularly creative, a really easy one is just taking one thing and putting it in the place of something else. So put this where the toothpaste should be, and then take the toothpaste and put it where the corkscrew should be, and then take the corkscrew and put it where the vase should be. And you keep going until you can't be bothered to do any more. And then you give the final item to the children, and they have to put each thing back in its place. It's a great game, it clears itself up. And at the end they find the key. That's one idea. So, once the key has been retrieved, or you've given it to them, open up the game box. And it doesn't matter what game we're playing, we can have this right next to us because it's got all sorts of things in we might want. So, you can see ours is an old box. It stays on top of a shelf, and it was actually, yes, a signalling yard arm box. It came from an antique junk shop. So I thought it would be good to go through what I've got in my game chest and give you some ideas. Right, first, a box. Mainly full of dice, actually. All sorts of different dice. Loads of games have dice in, and then when you get to them, the dice can't find them. So look, there's loads in here. There's some poker dice in here as well. There's some dice of different shapes. That's a D3. That's only got 3 numbers on. And then we've also got a spinner in here. Can't actually get it out. It's got sort of a number spinner, just in case you should need that for a game. We've got a little box in here, which has got tiny dice in case anyone wants to play with some tiny dice. So that's the sort of extra dice box. We've got a pack of cards, which is quite useful for, if you can't find one. There you go, some cards. We've got, what's in here? Another box. Aha! Some timers. It says how long they are on them. This one's 1 minute. Oh, I haven't done that one. I think it's the same. I think that's another 1 minute. We've got some sort of characters that have come from various games along the way that we might not actually play with anymore, or that have come from toys or other things that the children have loved, and we might play with these. So here's a Lego somebody or other. Pirate? No. Something. A Lego something. And you could play with that instead of playing with another game pawn. And here's a Dark Imp meeple. A little Dark Imp. So you can choose to play with one of those instead of playing with the characters in the thing. Now, lots of games use cards, specific cards, and you often run out of them. Lose like the odd card or one gets damaged. We've got extra blank playing cards in here that we can just write on if we've lost a card or if one's got really damaged, or if the dog's eaten it. Uh-oh. And with that, of course, we've got a good pencil case, well stocked with all sorts of things. Black pens, pencils, rulers, rubbers, extra batteries. I don't know why we have them in there. Then we have a couple of different Yes, thank you. Well, that was a recordable button. If you want to know what we use these for, look at the video about recordable buttons.
The fact is
recordable button. Then we've got a couple of different notepads that we can keep score in, or we can write down notes about who won what game and who liked what game, and things like if we're going to play this game again, we don't want to set up this amount, we want to do this instead. So house rules, make notes of house rules as we go through, which is quite good. And we've got a dice tray. Roll them into the tray so you don't roll them all over the board and knock everybody's pieces over. And it actually packs flat. Dice tray, you can pass it around as well. Then we've got some extra sort of resource cubes and counters, in case any game's missing there. We've got some extra bags in case we've got lots of bits in games that we want to pack up more nicely. So we've got different coloured ones there. Then we've got, so often we will laminate score sheets that come in games, or roll and write games that you have to use a different piece of paper for each time. Instead of using the pad, we'll laminate them. You have to do it with gloss laminate, not matte laminate. But if you laminate them, then you can just use them again and again and again. So we have our dry wipe markers. These are really good. They come with little, sort of rubber on the end. And they work really well, these ones. I like them. But just in case we need to wipe up anything else, we've got some more paper, sort of tissue paper, which we can use to wipe things up as well. We've got a dice shaker as well as the dice tray, and we've got some more timers. They're different. They're 3, 4 and 5 minutes. And then we've got a tiny pack of cards. I don't know why we need 2 packs of cards, one big and one small, but we have an extra set just in case. Sometimes I like to play with the little ones. Now we've got a calculator. I know it looks like a chocolate bar, but it's a chocolate calculator. In case there's some tricky maths that we'd rather do on a calculator rather than in our heads. There's a magnifying glass. Sometimes, I mean, children can see pretty well, right? But sometimes the rules on some games are really teeny tiny. So this is an extra, a special help for that. And then, of course, apparently we have another set of mini playing cards. I didn't put that in there. And then we have, of course, a mascot. The little mascot can just sit on the table. He sits on the table when we play. And finally, something random. I don't know why we have this in here, but we have anchovies in olive oil in the game chest.